Hello, hello. My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music for the first time. As a musician myself, today's a return of Falcom. This is Sen no Kiseki. We're listening to two songs, Suburban Town of Trista, followed by Afterschool Hours, requested by amritadyne. Thank you so much. I just heard some SNK. Well, let me actually say Sen no Kiseki recently, and that was fun. So we're going to check this out right now. I have no idea what these are, what context, nothing. Just more Falcom goodness from the channel Falcom Music Channel. This is Suburban Town of Trist. It's gotta be a town theme. Let's go. Trista. Trista. Does this soundtrack use a MIDI? 2013. Quintessential town theme. It almost sounds like it's by water too, but I don't think it is. When I think suburban, I don't think water, but it has a little bit of a port feel to it. I'm just imagining like kind of like that top-down Wild Arms look. It's just like your kind of run-of-the-mill town you walk into with your shops, your weapon shop, someone's house you're ransacking for items. What I like about Sen no Kiseki is kind of like it's a fine line between like a MIDI sound and a real instrument. You know, it's kind of hard to tell sometimes. That right here sounds like Mario 64. I forgot what song it is. Is it Dire Dire Dogs? Yeah, kind of sounds like the intro to Dire Dire Dogs. Maybe that's why I thought it was like aquatic. Yeah, that's what it was. It must have been that. Honestly, not a whole lot to say here. I just really enjoyed it. I've been kind of in this mood lately where, well, I mean, I never know how I'm gonna react. Honestly, that's silly if I did. But you know, I've just been thinking about it, and right now I'm just really in the mood to just. I know this might sound kind of odd because you know people wait for these and all that, but I'm just being honest. At this moment, I just feel like doing the least. You know, just listen, less talking, just listen, enjoy the song. And then just kind of say thanks afterwards. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know if that makes any sense. I'm not trying to. It's not a cop out, and it's not oh God, he's running out of things to say. It just depends on my mood. You know, whatever the day is, I never know what's gonna happen. And today has been very just completely mundane. So it's not bad. It's not good. It's just there. It exists. It's another day, another cycle of life, and I'm just enjoying them songs. You know, do 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 do. And all I can really say is it just reminded me of like a generic town theme, and that's more than okay. It's some of my favorite parts of JRPGs is like these just kind of songs that loop in towns, and you're just there for a long time, meeting everybody. As someone who has been playing lots of JRPGs lately, I don't know if you guys have ever seen me play these games, but I talk to everyone. I talk to all the NPCs. I go around every house, clicking every corner, looking for items. You know, I'm not a completionist, but I definitely like to take my time and absorb the area. I do not just go to the story point and then move on and move on. You know, like I absorb myself in the world. And that's kind of all I got from this, really. It's just yeah, I could imagine hearing myself just, and getting lost in it. And that's it. I think that's exactly what it's meant to do. It's a very, what's the term I'm looking for? It's doing its job. I was gonna call the song mundane too, but I don't know if mundane is considered like this kind of stigma or anything, or if it's a definition. Let me see. I've always used the word mundane as kind of, I guess that is kind of negative. Lacking interest or excitement, dull. No, I wouldn't say that. It's definitely interesting. Let's just go with generic, because generic is a term that some people just really can't stand. But I always use it as a literal term. It is generic. It sounds like a lot of stuff, but a lot of that stuff is fantastic music. So that's all I got. Okay, this one is After School Hours. I do not know, again, if these are connected, so let's go. I'm just being honest. I'm just vibing right now. Another way I see these videos is like a little community chat room in a way. Where I mean, like, I'm chilling, and below in all the comments, all the Falcon people are talking amongst themselves, you know what I mean? I'm just like hosting a lounge for you guys. And I like reading those comments because I have no idea what the hell you guys are talking about, but I'm just like, they're getting along, that's cool. Oh. I just played a game where a school was featured. I wonder if this is kind of the same vibe. Like, walk around school and just talk to your classmates kind of thing. I could hear that. This has a little bit of, it's hard to say if you never heard the genre, but like California reggae. Or like reggae rock, stuff like Expendables, Revolution, Dirty Heads, stuff like that. Kinda. It reminds me of that vibe a little bit. One of my favorite genres to listen to, so. For example, if you listen to Revolution, with a B, Revolution, it's like American reggae, but there's a lot of like horn sections like this. So less beat and more, jab, jab. I would recommend maybe The Bright Side of Life from them. Or it's just called Bright Side of Life. Or Heart Like a Lion, that's a good one. And sometimes they do this whole keyboard thing too. This is cool. You know what this sounds like? It sounds like evening time. It sounds like not nighttime, but it sounds like evening time. One, because of the overall kind of feel it gives off, but mainly the title, After School Hours. When I think after school, it's so funny looking back on it now because when I think of after school, it seems so late, even though it was really only like, 2 or 3 p.m. or something like that. I don't know. But it felt like the moon could just come out of nowhere, and suddenly it was evening and everything is all barren. There's only teachers left. This to me kind of sounded something like that, where if I were to think of a school theme of some kind, I would think kind of busy and akin to just how many people are populating it. How many students are populating it. Whereas this sounds like it's, everyone's gone. Everyone's just like after school programs, some bands, some like PE, physical education. I don't know what you guys call it around where you live. Stuff like that. And this sounds more like a like yeah, like you just stick around and you're either helping or something, or it's just a setting at this point. Huh. If I had to guess, this school is maybe in Trista? They don't really give off the same vibe. I don't know. Both these songs sounded a little vague in a way. Again, another word that people may not like, but it's just a word where it's kind of hard to place if I didn't have the aid of the song title. I wouldn't really necessarily guess, oh, that sounds like an after school thing. That's just what I'm reading in this case. So, not having, I've experimented in the past with not having song titles at all. And that was really interesting because I have nothing to go off of besides the game it came from. And that just leaves my imagination completely open. But when it comes to 90% of everything else here, I have the song title, so it's like I can't help but be influenced by it. And I have to see it before I click it. So then I just try to connect the song title, which sometimes is just kind of meaningless, to the sounds I'm hearing. And I'm like, okay. Does it really sound like it belongs there, or could it have been a song that was made preemptively and then it needed to go somewhere and they put it here, that kind of thing. I always think of those things, the little technicalities. Anyways, cool stuff. I don't know. I think at the end of the day, I'm just really impressed by Falcom stuff in general, even though people are clamoring for me to play these. I really doubt it's ever going to happen just because there's so many. And honestly, I'm a little RPG burnt out. I don't know if a lot of people know this, but like 2026, for example, I am playing maybe one RPG. That's it. Everything else is like getting away from it. It's been almost like 3-4 years straight of just turn-based RPG. It's just like, okay, I want to be able to spend time away from it and then miss it and then come back to it. Anyways, I shouldn't even say those things because every time I say that, people take that as an invitation to try to sell me on the Legend of Heroes or any other game, really. It's not what I'm after. I'm just telling you what's on my mind. But I do like these kind of songs. It really is one of the reasons why I enjoyed playing the JRPGs and regular RPGs, is because of the tunes you hear and you're just kicking it. So, awesome. Thank you to the requester. Thanks to everyone you see on screen. I couldn't be here without them. Thanks to you for watching. My name is Jesse in the auditorium. Later.